Hey, so in this video I show you how to make a poultry bologna. First of all, you need some poultry meat. You can use chicken, turkey, goose, whatever kind of meat you want. I'm using chicken breasts, then some chicken broth, which we need to semi-freeze and add later in the mixing process. You could also add crushed ice, but I like the richer body of chicken broth. And then you need some fat. You can either use like pork fat or chicken skin or any other fat that you find. Or like I do now, you could use some vegetable oil. I don't like it very much, but I get like requests quite often where people ask me to do a 100% chicken sausage and also how to substitute it with some vegetable oil. So yeah, here is the recipe, but you can substitute for every fat, like pork fat, yeah, whatever you want to use also works fine. So yeah, on the spice side, I have some salt and cure, white pepper, coriander seeds, some mace, garlic powder and onion powder, and some cutter phosphates later for the mixing process. And I would say let's start. First of all, cut the meat into cubes that fit your meat grinder later on. If you use pork fat, also cut it into cubes and then get it into the freezer for 1 hour to semi-freeze. In the meantime, you can grind the spices. This way you will have a very fine powder that distributes evenly in the sausage. For grinding, I'm using the smallest perforated disc. And I grind the meat through once. Could also grind it through twice because we want to have it as fine as we can. Then add it into a food processor together with the spices. Mix it a bit. Once everything is incorporated, you can then add the phosphates. Mix it and then slowly add the semi-frozen chicken broth. And as you can see, everything goes together very nice, but it's very liquidy. And now you need to add the oil and mix it. And then also check the temperature. It should not get warmer than 12 degrees Celsius, which is 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And mix it until it gets a bit firmer. You will see that the texture changes. Just make sure that it doesn't get too warm. And in the end, you have this sausage mixture. As you can see, it's not that liquidy anymore, and it is ready to fill. You can either use artificial casings if you want to and stuff it in there, or like I do, you can now add it into jars and preserve them. Completely up to you. Taste is the same. Fill the jars. Make sure that there are no big air bubbles in it. Put on the lids and then cook them for 2 hours at 100 degrees Celsius. And once it's cooled down, there you have it, the final poultry cold cut bologna Aufschnitt. As you can see, it is firm, it is sliceable, it is also pretty fine, even though we only use a food processor. Let's give it a taste test. Yeah. It's really rich in flavor, and yeah, it's not so firm as it would be if you use pork fat. However, you don't taste the oil too much. It really tastes like a really good and savory sausage. Can totally recommend. As always, full recipe is below. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.